Good morning. Good morning. Welcome all of you here this morning to the Center of Peace and our Sunday morning celebration. My name is Twana Malone. I am the senior minister here at the Center of Peace, and I'm glad you all are here this morning. I didn't know if anybody would be here this morning. Everybody would be at the beach or, you know what I mean? Somewhere. But there are some people here in the flesh, and there's some people who are joining us on our YouTube channel and Facebook Live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This morning we have a wonderful service in store. We have our licensed professional practitioners assisting us in our service this morning. Leading us in our meditation this morning is our practitioner, Zuma Gonzalez. Leading us this morning in our treatment is Helen Moore. Leading us this morning in our selected readings is Hazel Spears. Holding consciousness this morning for us is Deborah Ford and Carletta Murray, Betty Boyd, and Jackie Jackson. A lot of people holding consciousness this morning. Our music is being sung forth through our licensed professional practitioner, Zuma Gonzalez, double duty today. Greeting all who walk into our space this morning is Sheila Dinkin. We have Al, we have Vern on the ones and twos this morning. And ringing our chakra bowl this morning, we have Alima A. Boyd. We'd like to take this moment, the ringing of the chakra bowl, to give ourselves an opportunity to bring our whole attention, our full awareness into this moment, this still sweet moment, the only moment that there is, as we allow everything else simply to fall away as we become present to the presence itself. Zuma?
Good morning, family. Together, let's just take a slow, deep breath. Inhaling the love of God and releasing the love of God. This meditation is guided to be within. And so again we breathe. To remember that this moment is the only one that is. Every breath reminds us of now. And so within, we view our God self. We take time to look at it. See the light within, the light that we are as one. We breathe into it and relax. Within, recognizing the kingdom within, the one kingdom that we rule our own. We recognize it. We realize it. We relax and rest in God. Always from within. We gaze with our spiritual eye and recognize our own face as the face of God. We realize it. We recognize it. We relax. And rest in God. Always from within, we remember that each and every one is also who we are. One in spirit and in truth. Recognizing them also as the face of God. We recognize it. We realize it. We relax. And rest in God. Always from within, we remember that every experience, every thought, every feeling is God. We recognize it. We realize it. we relax. And rest in God. Always from within, we recognize, we realize, allowing ourselves to relax, engage with, and rest in God. And so it is.
Please join me in treatment. In this moment, I recognize God fully present here as each of us and fully present in every individual, every being in this universe. So God is fully present here as love, as joy, as harmony, as infinite abundance, for God is infinite substance. Wisdom, intelligence are present, the divine intelligence. So I'm knowing that now is the only time in God, and now is the time that I know we are all that God is. God is the very essence of our being, individually and corporately. God is the essence of the center of peace. I know that we have come here today to experience more and more of God. I know that this service is perfect in leading us, guiding us into knowing more of God, into expressing more of God. I bless Reverend Tawana, knowing that divine wisdom and intelligence flows in and as and through her, inspiring her words, guiding us. I know that Zulma is fully blessed with the Spirit of God. Her voice is strong as she brings to us inspirational and fun music. I know the reading today has been selected with the wisdom of God, and that Hazel brings it to us and the affirmations in that same spirit. I bless all of our participants today. I'm grateful for our greeter, Sheila. I'm grateful for Al and for Vern. I'm grateful for this technology that allows us to be here and around the globe globe that allows us to have a presence and an influence in this world. I just speak my word of blessing for this service, for all of it, all that has been prepared, for the love that has gone into every part of this service. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God, and to each and every person, allowing God to spring forth through us as the love, the joy, the wisdom that it is. I'm most grateful for this time we have together and for each person who hears this message and is inspired. I just release these words into the creative law of God in action, of love in action, knowing they are heard, they are acted upon, and in this now moment, all is well. And so it is.
Thank you, Helen, for that wonderful treatment, affirmative prayer, and thank you, Zulma, for leading us in our meditation this morning. Thank you. And as folks are coming in and finding seats, I'd just like to invite you in this moment to turn your attention to our vision and our mission. It is behind me and to the right of me, and if you have downloaded the QR code, you'll find our vision and our mission there. And if you would, please join me in the reading of our vision and our mission. Our vision: a loving and peaceful world where all of humanity is honored as the divinity within is experienced. In our mission, the center of peace is a loving, inclusive, and vibrant community that utilizes and demonstrates spiritual principles and practices to cultivate powerful individuals who together create peace throughout the world. And so it is. And now I'd like to invite you to stand and join us in the singing of our congregational song, I Am One. You can find the lyrics to the song if you download the QR code that's found in the back of the chair. If you are part of our mailing list and receive constant contact, you'll find the lyrics there. And there are also lyrics that have been printed that are being passed out for those who might not be familiar with the lyrics. All right. This song was written by our retired licensed professional practitioner, Bayless Webb. Al, we're ready.
I'm one with Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and it dwells inside of me. It's perfect Spirit, pure loving Spirit, rests in everything I see. God walks beside me, protects and guides me. It's never with me. Wherever I go, I trust its power, God's healing power. Its love surrounds me, and this I know. I live in Spirit, I breathe in Spirit. It lives within me, and so I am a Spirit. I think a Spirit. Its life is my life. I know God's life is my life. I
so while we're still standing and in this state, let us not miss this moment to glance around and allow our eyes just simply to settle where they might, and welcome the one where your eyes have settled into our space. Welcome, welcome. Let them know that they are welcome here, that they matter, that they are loved. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are hugging, please ask before you hug. Welcome. All right. You may be seated. Let me take this moment again just to welcome you all here this morning to the Center of Peace, those who are here in the flesh and those who are joining us through our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I really am truly glad you all are here this morning. Here at the Center of Peace, we are an open and affirming community. All are welcome. And if this is your first time here at the Center of Peace, celebrating life and celebrating love with us, we love to be able to welcome you into our space and into our home by allowing love to flow through our hearts, through our hands, and as an extension of us. If you feel comfortable and you'd like to stand so that we may welcome you, you can, or if you'd like to stay seated, that's okay too. I see a few new faces if you'd like to stand, yeah. Center of Peace, please join me as we allow love just simply to be expressed from our hearts, flowing through our hands as we say, welcome to the Center of Peace.
Welcome to the Center of Peace.
We know who you really and truly are.
We know who you really and truly are.
A unique and divine expression of love itself.
A unique and divine expression of love itself.
A vessel for life to express in a grand way.
A vessel for life to express in a grand way.
We honor you,
We honor you
and we welcome you.
and we welcome you.
Welcome to the Center of Peace.
Welcome to the Center of Peace.
You may be seated, yeah. Please, after service, go up to our visitors, our first-time visitors, and welcome them here into our home, into our space. All right. With that, I am going to turn it over to our board secretary, Marie Amy Taylor, who will be bringing forth the announcements this morning. Back from France. She's here.
Good morning, Center. And I took the Center with me to France. I watched both Sundays on YouTube, and we did the Yellow Brick Road right from Izon, France. The Supporting Family Forward. Donna, could you come up and share with us? Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. First, I'd like to thank you, the Centerpiece family, for their love, for their joy, for their gifts of sharing and showing our compassion to Families Forward for their back-to-school drive. We're happy to announce we collected over $1,500, $1,500. We will be, the check has been presented to Families Forward, and they are able to be in full uniform for Tuesday as they go back to school. So thank you very, very much. Continue with our partnership for Families Forward. We will be having a luggage drive starting today through the third Sunday. So look in your closet, dust it off, or go out and buy some new luggage. But please be sure that the zippers are functioning, no holes, the wheels are rolling. When families arrive at Families Forward, they arrive with their possessions in a trash bag. And we know what a trash bag is for. Trash, not your personal holdings, not your cherished belongings. So please help these families reestablish themselves as they arrive, as they leave for their next home. Let us share our love, share our joy, and share our compassion and respect for them as individuals and as human beings and as families moving forward in their new journey. We ask that you bring your luggage here to the center on either next Sunday or the third Sunday. If those dates aren't convenient to you, please contact me and let me know so that we can arrange to pick it up, because the centerpiece will deliver the furniture in one process to Families Forward. So if you have any questions, just let me know. There is an announcement out. I can't find it, but announcement was issued on Constant Contact. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Donna, and congratulations on leading that. Our Peace Walk is coming up, the Peace Walk meditation. That's September 23rd. And Deb Ford, please share with us.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. So, on September 23rd, that's a Saturday, we will be doing a meditation walk with the rest of the world. This is Joe Dispenza. This is the first time they're doing that. He is coordinating, and it'll be thousands of people at 10 o'clock our time. And I can't tell you where at the other times. But everyone will be walking. He calls it the Walk for the World. We are calling ours the Walk for Peace. September 23rd, 9 a.m., be here. 9 a.m., be here. It doesn't start till 10 a.m., but we want to make sure everybody has their phone and their earbuds or earphones. That is required. The other thing, there's a flyer here, and there's a bunch at the table, so you can pick up one, and you can scan this little squirrely thing, whatever they call it, QR code. I call it a squirrely, whatever. Scan that, and that will give you even more information. And the other most important thing is you must register with Joe Dispenza. That is the only way you will get the meditation that you will be walking to. So first you want to go to that page, Walk for the World, register with him, and then you can scroll down further and you'll see the map, and you'll see all the spots where people are walking. Zero in, put Philadelphia in the top, and you will see our name. You can then sign in to the Telegram, what do you call that thing? Message. Telegram message, which we would in turn give you any information. But I just want to make sure you register with the Joe Dispenza Walk so you get information from him, how it's going to work. We will be walking, as I said, over in Vernon Park, and we're looking for a great turnout. And if you've never experienced the meditation walk, please try it. It's a wonderful way. I also want to say, well, I want you to come out to ours, but I also want to say that you can meditate you can do this in your living room, in your bedroom, in your backyard, because what we're talking about is creating a consciousness. What Joe Dispenza is talking about is creating this consciousness that's going to happen at the same time all over the world. And I truly believe something wonderful is going to come. We're going to hear about things that are happening in other places as a result of us all walking for the world. So, thank you. Get your flyer there if you want more.
Thank you, Deb, for it. Is Yenda Lambert here? All righty. She leads our initiative, Creating Community Beyond Walls. They have, over the summer, been going to, I think it's Ocean City? Yes, for monthly Ocean City, New Jersey, for monthly beach days. And I understand the next one is September 13th. And there's a scan. You can scan the RQ code at the greeters table for more information, or contact TCP at info@centerofpeace.org for more information. Also, as a part of that larger initiative to reach out into our community and our world, and to celebrate our own sense of community, TCP is going to see Wicked. The tickets are going on sale Tuesday, December 5th. September. Tuesday, what did I say, December? Holy Moses, talk about being ahead of the game. Tuesday, September 5th. So you could download your QR code for information on all of that there. is a limited amount of tickets, so don't wait to get yours. It's going to be a fabulous evening out. That's on this, so it's got to be true. All righty. And if we've missed anything today, you can get on our mailing list by downloading the QR code. Please check out our website for more information at thecenterofpeace.org, and follow us and subscribe to all of our social media platforms. And finally, a big shout out to our practitioners who are not only available every Sunday, but during the week as well, for prayer, for special treatment, for meditation, and you can contact them on our website as well. I'm complete. Thank you.
All right, Reverend said double duties. This is the second part. All right, so there's a song by Eddie Watkins Jr. that I particularly love, and we play it here often, but me being me, I decided that the words should reflect our theme for the year. Attention every moment to what I feel and to each and every thought. And do I release and free my real self of all the chaos my dead past has taught? These things I'm asking, no longer masking, because I realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves, breathes, has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Yes. I am the place. You are the place. We are the place. We are the place where God shows up. Will I accept responsibility for all the ways our life has turned out? And will I use unfaltering faith instead of fear through worry, shame, and blame and doubt? Today I'm asking, no longer masking, because I realize that I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves, breathes, has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Yes, I am the place where God lives, moves, breathes, has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Yes, I let that ish go because now I know that I'm the place where God shows up. Come on, y'all. I let that ish go because now I know I am the place where God shows up. And so it is.
Whoa, the multi-talented, multi-dimensional Zulma, thank you so much. That was just marvelous and true on top of everything else. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Center of Peace on our Peace Sunday, the first Sunday of every month. And today I have the assistance of 4 people in the congregation who were given special quotes from our speakers, bodhisattvas, teachers, and I'd like them to come up one by one. And here's Callista, starting out with our first quote for Peace Sunday. Take it away.
Good morning, everybody. They let me up at the mic. They gave me the shortest one, too. Okay, here we go. If you want peace, stop fighting. If you want peace of mind, stop fighting your thoughts. Peter McWilliams, and so it is.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. The day I understood everything was the day I stopped trying to figure everything out. The day I knew peace was the day I let everything go, by C. Joy Bell C. She's the author on the Goodreads app.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm reading a quote from Michael Bernard Beckwith. When you make genuine contact with your inner spirit, there is an inner joy and an inner peace that takes over.
When thoughts of confusion persist in coming to the surface, statements of peace will neutralize them. First of all, you must arrive at a peace of mind. It is only on the basis of peace that you can persist with absolute certainty. Peace alone gives poise. Ernest Holmes, This Thing Called You.
Thank you so much. As we are in this consciousness of peace, I would like to ask you to rise for our affirmation. And repeat after me. I am one with infinite power.
I am one with infinite power.
Intelligence and love personified.
Intelligence and love personified.
My love transcends all space and time.
My love transcends all space and time.
There is no other like it.
There is no other like it.
I am, and so it is.
I am, and so it is.
Thank you so much. You may have a seat. That was submitted by a religious science practitioner, Patricia Watson. And now for the reading. Now, I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come. And I believe it could be something good has begun. And I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world as one. And I believe it could be something is going to come. Because out there on the edge of darkness, there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, take me home again. Now, I've been smiling lately, thinking about the good things to come. And I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, peace train, sounding louder, glide on the peace train. Come on now, peace train. Everybody jump on the peace train. Come on now, peace train. Get your bags together. Go get your good friends too, because it's getting nearer. And it soon will be with you. Now come and join the living. It's not so far from you, and it's getting nearer. Soon it will be true. Oh, now I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. Why must we go on hating? Why can't we live in bliss? Because out on the edge of darkness, there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country. Come take me home again. Oh, peace train, sounding louder. Glide on, peace train. Come on now, peace train. Oh, peace train, holy roller. Everyone jump on the peace train. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, come on, peace train. Yes, it's the peace train. Come on now, Peace Train. Oh, Peace Train. Lyrics from the song Peace Train by Yusef Cat Stevens, submitted by religious science practitioner Patricia Watson, of course. And so it is. Thank you.
She makes me want to sing. People all over the world. That's not what I want to sing. That's not. Y'all will understand, recognize the music. Maybe not the lyrics, but you'll recognize the music. I'm doing it again. Feel free. Y'all feel like dancing? Come on. What you want, Spirit's got it. And what you need, you know God's got it. All life's asking is that you expect every bit of it. 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 Love is all there is, and it's always good. Love is all there is, and it's all around you. Life's abundance, you should expect every bit of it. Love child, this is your home. Yeah. Spirit's always blessing and always giving. If you expect more from this life you're living, do your part and say yes to life through vision, meditation, treatment, healing, contemplation, perfect, whole, complete creation, true manifestation. Just expect. Woo! Have faith in your faith. Speak only what you want. Be patient and of good cheer. Let the old stuff go. Now is new. Expect the best and trust the process. Ooh, just wishing it ain't nothing. To get what you want, you gotta do something. All you want is here for you. Get it now, cause this is your home. Yeah, people, this is your home. Expect every bit of it. You hear me now? Yeah. When you EXPCT, what you ask for you will see. Unto you as you believe, that's what you'll receive. I can have it, you can have it, we can have it. I'll repeat that. I can have it, you can have it, we can have it. Yeah, yeah. All the time, aim on flying. This is your earth school, so keep on trying. Yes. Expect, come on, and just expect. Thank you, family.
That's Miss Zuma Gonzalez. It takes a lot of courage to get up here and do that. Yes, thank you, Zuma. That was wonderful. All right. So I thought that since last week, I told you all that you had to be turned on to the one who is serious about living in joy and living a spiritual life. You got to be turned on, and that you are the one who have to turn yourself on. So I thought I should probably take this Sunday to answer questions in case people have questions about being turned on and what it means to be turned on. So I'm going to do this time a little bit different today. I hope you don't mind, and I hope that it proves to be beneficial for us. And so, what I believe, as our theme for the month invites us to consider the infinite way, What I believe is that living a life of joy is and requires us to be infinite in our way, and who we be and what we do, all of this kind of stuff. So I have a few thoughts, and then I'll open it up, answer questions. Maybe we'll pray, maybe we'll sing, maybe we'll cry, I don't know. But the time feels right to just kind of open it up. So I thought maybe, we just bust it up a little bit. I don't know. I'm down for it. I'm down for it. So
I thought maybe, you just bust it up a little bit.
We don't know where that's coming from. Okay. All right. All right, no problem. So here we go. The other reason I wanted to do this is because I'm always wondering if we are really getting this and not just sitting in the chair. I'm always wondering about you and how your life is changing. I'm always wondering if there's anything difficult and what's painful for you right now, and how is this landing, and is it landing, and it keeps me up at night. And the only way for me to know is to ask, what questions do you have? And particularly this year, because we've been charged with some simple yet profound things to do. And maybe you have been doing them, and maybe you haven't been doing them. Our theme, a year of releasing. Let that ish go. Live in joy. We've said that we're releasing everything that is not essential. Everything else has got to go. And I will admit, it certainly has stretched me. I'll be the first to admit. And, I've been bothered a time or two or three, for sure, this year, because I take the invitation seriously and try to incorporate it into my own life. So it hasn't been easy for me. It's been more than a notion to forgive. It's been more than a notion to stop finding fault in others and using that as an avenue to blame. Maybe it hasn't been difficult for you or challenging for you, but it has for me. And I don't want to, and I'm saying that, but what is also true is on the other side of that is joy, unspeakable joy and peace. It's what's on the other side of it. We know that letting go is the byproduct of living in joy and not the other way around. We don't let go so that we can live in joy. We live in joy, and as a byproduct of it, we let go. So maybe it is, as Mark Nepo says in his book, The Book of Awakening, joy, having the life you want by being present to the life you have. Having the life you want by being present to the life you have. And so we've been called this year to do some pretty significant things. It's kind of like the carpenter ant. Carpenter ant. It's one of it's one of few insects, maybe 2 or 3 insects in this world who releases its wings so that it can give birth to what life that is seeking to be birthed through it. And a couple weeks ago, I was driving somewhere and I saw a little bug on my window. I think I was driving down the Blue Route, and I got off at Villanova, St. David's. I was on my way to a store, so I was moving pretty fast. and a bug landed on the window, the front window. And so we drive down, maybe 2 or 3 more minutes, park, and it's still there. It's really, really little. And then suddenly I see the wings. It's just like doing this. And the one wing pops off, carpenter ant. And then another wing pops off, right? And then it just starts walking. So I had to look it up. A carpenter ant, one of few insects, it drops its wings so that it can be present to life. And perhaps that's what we have been doing this year, releasing our wings so we can give birth to that which is seeking to be expressed through us. And so, we've been called this year to let go, to live more fully, to give more generously. I've asked us to really be aware of ourselves in new light, thinking and searching within ourselves to find out what's really there. Because most of us, we think we got it, wrapped up pretty good, pretty tightly in a box and in a bow. And that when we search, we might find out that I'm way more petty than I thought I was. You know what I mean? I'm way more angry than I thought I was. And last week we said, or a couple weeks ago, we said, how long you gonna be mad? How long you gonna be angry? It was 1970, you heard it, you know what I mean? So, I've asked us to be aware of when we find faults in others and are blaming others. It's no small thing. I've asked us to be aware of what we think and what we feel and what we feel and what we think, because it is the only thing that we have to offer ourselves. What we think and what we feel and what we think. The only thing we have to offer another. Like, that's it. And so, when you take some time to consider then what you're thinking and what you're feeling and what you're feeling and what you're thinking, and consider that is your offering, and then giving yourself an opportunity to ask, if that's what I'm giving, then what am I expecting? We are releasing just simply being unconscious of harming. We're taking this opportunity to say, I'm sorry. As it relates to our thinking and our feeling, I'm not saying you have to go to somebody and say you're sorry, but be aware. Be aware. Not only to say I'm sorry, but to be willing to accept someone else's I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We've been talking about a lot. Today is a good day to forgive. I am aware. I love myself so much. I can go on and on and on and on, but I'm going to stop. I just wanted to poke and prod just a little bit. Maybe you've had a question one of these Sundays. Or maybe it's something you'd like further explanation about. Maybe you'd like to have prayer. Maybe there's a song you need to sing. Maybe there's something you're ready to confess, and maybe you want to say it out loud, where you are surrounded by love and nobody's here to judge you. As I said, it's been more than a notion for me. You know what I mean? All right, I'll start us off. It was difficult for me when we were moving, and everybody was asking me about the chairs. I couldn't let it go. I could not. I couldn't understand. And I tried to understand, which you said we ain't trying to understand why there was so much attention to the chairs. If you knew, we had different chairs, the gray-looking chairs, and we got rid of the chairs. We had the chairs for 20-some years to get new chairs to fit into our new space a little bit smaller. And we're moving. I really, literally, maybe 100 people ask me about the chairs. People don't even come. Well, what y'all gonna do about the chairs? and I was saying to myself, I said, if only 100 people, as we've been talking about love, would ask me, how can I come to love myself so much? I couldn't get it. It was driving me crazy. The chair? The chair? We've been praying for 22 years. We've been releasing and letting go for 22 years. I mean, you know, Reverend Sheila was mic dropping. We mic dropping. The chair? I couldn't get it. I couldn't let it go. That's all I kept saying to myself. I can't, what about love? Oh, God. There, I confessed. What questions do you have? Yes, ma'am, please stand. Hi.
You said let go of everything that's not essential.
That is not essential.
So what is essential?
Yeah. That is a great question.
They talk loud enough.
You don't need the mic? Yes.
You said that we have to let go of everything that's not essential. So what is essential? What I've noticed is that we often are unaware of our priorities. And so we say to the world and to each other and to ourselves, this is what's important to me, without realizing that our behavior, our actions are very different from our words. So what is actually essential to us?
Yeah, that's a great question. And each of us have to ask ourselves what is essential to us. When you said that, what came to mind for me is early on this year, I shared a quote with from Ernest Holmes, and he said that that we are not to be disturbed by our experiences. And so the experiences that disturb us gotta go. The people that disturb us gotta go. But the gotta go is not them. The gotta go is us. We gotta figure out what was jarred in us that makes that experience so disturbing, and then let that behavior go. As you said, our behavior is not matching up with our words. So we've got to let it go so that our thoughts, our mind, our behavior, and our actions are lined up. If your thoughts aren't lined up with your actions, I mean, it's real simple to figure out. If your thoughts aren't lined up with your actions, if your mind isn't lined up with your behavior, we got work to do. Thank you for the question. What other questions? We got a little bit more time. What other questions? What thought? Yeah.
I have a question. You said we can request song?
Yeah, you can go. I mean, yeah, we'll see what we can do about it.
What's that song? God is, I am. What's that?
God is, I am.
God is, I am.
God is I. Okay, we will do that
At the end.
at the end.
All right.
God is I am.
I have another request too. Just stand up so we can see. Hey, everybody. My one and only birth aunt is here. Aunt Helen. Give her some love.
Hi, Helen. Welcome. And I apologize if this is your first time. I'm just really was moved to have a service like this today. So you can come back again, and I promise there'll be a message.
I have a question.
Yes.
Reference to practitioners. I often hear you speak and share that the practitioners are here and available. Practitioners are like a tool, just like meditation. Can you help me understand why we're not using the practitioners? I can only be direct with this question, so maybe you will explain why practitioners are essential.
Practitioners are essential to our community because it is our practitioners who pray. It is our practitioners who keep us aligned with God's highest idea and ideals. They see through your experience to the truth, and they help you if you are desiring their support. Well, I should say support you, not help you, but support you as you find your way back to the truth. They know the truth until you can know the truth for yourself. Practitioners are very critical piece to our success. They're important. They are here for you. Nobody becomes a practitioner just to put the stole. The practitioners are here because they want to serve you, the congregation. And so our practitioners, you can see them on Sundays. They have their purple stoles on. You can go to our website, thecenterofpeace.org, and you'll find a listing of all of our practitioners with their contact information. Our practitioners reach out into the community to check in on you, to try to catch a pulse of the congregation, because the senior minister can't do it all, can't minister to everybody. So the practitioners become arms for the senior minister to keep a pulse of what's going on and who needs support. And we share with each other what's going on and who needs support so that we can move into action. So,
Reverend Tawana, I understand all that you said, but there's a fear of the unknown when you say practitioners are available for prayer. But if you've never gone to a practitioner for prayer, you don't know what actually happens when you go in that little room and you think you're going there because you're going to tell your business. So my thought is inviting everybody to know that when you go into that room for prayer, it is for prayer. It's not therapy. Because I think sometimes people may be confused except to what we're about to do when you go in there. There's 2 setups in there. Use them, is what I'm suggesting. Call us. Because the one thing that's our duty, is what I understand, and being around you and talking to you and Reverend Sheila, our whole purpose is to pray. Let us do it. It gives us energy. So I'm speaking for myself. Let me walk out, Reverend Tawana, so exhausted because y'all done asked me and wore me out with praying. That's all I want to do, because when I pray for you, I believe, Reverend Tawana, you teach, you're praying for the self also. And I need all the prayers I can get. Help us out. I'm complete. Don't put the mic in my hand.
The bottom line, our practitioners are here for you, to support you, pray for you. What other questions? What other comments? It can be about anything that we've been talking about all year. It can be about new thought. It could be anything. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm coming to you because this is shorter. Okay. Can you stand up?
Absolutely. I have a question about contrast. And when I say contrast, I mean the negative experiences of life. So if I go outside right now and there was no contrast, I wouldn't be able to experience life. So I need the contrast of the buildings, of the trees, of all of the people that I see. But on a regular, everyday basis, contrast can show up as anger, disappointment, and different colors. And so in this moment, my question is about contrast of anger. I love contrast. And especially anger. Anger allows me to see exactly where I'm missing a boundary. And now it gives me an opportunity to say, all right, I want to erect this boundary. But I am struggling to have the joy in the present moment. In the midst of the anger, what advice could you give me to allow me, as you briefly said, turn me on to the idea that there is something new brewing within me, and not waiting until I've went through the feeling of frustration and anger to now see the joy and the benefit of it?
Mm-hmm. That was a great question. Mm-hmm. So a part of it is accepting the contrast. we can't come to a spiritual community and think somehow that there is not going to be any contrast. We won't ever get angry. We won't ever get mad. We won't ever get upset. Oh, we will. You know, we will get angry. We will get upset. We will get mad. And we have to be so practiced, so tuned in, right? Every day, filling ourselves up so that when that moment does happen, and it is just a moment of anger, and it could be days, but it's still a moment, soon we find ourselves back on the other side. As long as we are willing to take a deep dive into the anger or whatever it happens to be, and not to run from it, not to bury it, right? Because sometimes we just take it and we bury it, right? We're not saying with what in our letting go and our releasing to bury it. We're saying to live into it, to trust the moment. And it can be difficult if you are not practiced, right? It's like when we find ourselves in prayer, oh God, if you just get me out of this one, I promise. You know, that's what, we're not practiced. We have nothing in the tank. Our founding minister used to say that you have to be pumped and primed. We have to be priming the pump, putting stuff in and priming it so that the moment that it happens, that moment or a day later, 2 days later, 3 days later. And the other thing with that is that if you need support, because sometimes you feel like, I can't do this one by myself. Practitioners, each other, being in community, that's why community is so important. Because then you'll come and you can, number one, you can let go. You can let it go, give yourself a space just to breathe, because sometimes the pain is so difficult. When we take something forward, it's not to get rid of the pain completely, but to take ourselves just a notch down where now we can see. Now I can make sense. Now I can pray, because sometimes the pain is so overwhelming, you can't pray. All you can think about is that thing. So you got to be practiced. You got to practice, you got to practice, you got to practice, you got to practice. You got to be singing and dancing and turning yourself on every day. Every day. Thank you for the question. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have a question. You want me to stand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Got a bump knee, it won't let me stand. Okay, this may be a little too literal. But it has to do, you were talking earlier today, it's singing, praying. And you were talking about when you look in the mirror, you see the face of God. And when you look at others, you see the face of God. And right in that moment, when you said the first part about looking in the mirror and seeing the face of God, I thought, okay, I can work that one. I can do that. The second one, looking in the face of others and seeing God, what came up for me was Donald Trump. And how do I look at that face and see the face of God? It may be too literal, like I said in the beginning, but that was my question.
Oh, I thought you said you. Well, I mean, I think the thing is still you have to be practiced. The song says, I love myself so much that I can love you so much. Rewind. I love myself so much. Rewind. I love myself so much. And really, really, you have to explore what that means. Because when we get to that, I mean, you said Donald Trump, but you know what I mean?
I meant the
Right.
The bigger picture.
Right, the bigger picture, right. Those right there. People we touch every day. I mean, maybe you ain't thinking about, that. I love myself so much that I can love you so much. It's a practice. And if you're not loving yourself so much, I said we are on a pursuit of self-love. I mean it. I mean it. The self-love helps us to transcend and then transform. Transcend our limited thinking, our small thinking, so that we might be transformed. Now I can see the face of God. All right. Mm-hmm.
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have a question?
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. I know for me, what keeps coming up when you say the word forgiveness, what comes up for me is self-forgiveness. And I just wanted to ask you, how do I begin that journey with self-forgiveness? And if there are many things that come up in my life so far that makes me think that I need to forgive myself so that I can practice self-love.
Yeah. That is a great question, Mazetta. And it is, the first step is to confess whatever it is that we think we've done. And then to begin to extend ourselves grace. We talked about missing the mark. And truly, that's all any of us ever do, is miss the mark. And that is all. And I am sorry is enough. Now, we've got to extend ourselves in such a way that we can accept that as the truth. I'm sorry, and let that be enough. And one thing, too, living in joy and living in a spiritual way, the infinite way, we have to be willing to do it over and over and over and over. And that sometimes is the stopping point for some of us. We tire. At least we think we tire. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And anytime it comes, because out of nowhere, it can just show back up. Like, what is this? And we have to be willing to say again and again and again and again and again and again and again to ourselves, I'm sorry. I did the best I knew how in that moment. And even, and if you're so bold, if you want to go to whoever, whatever, not for them, but for you. Not to prove anything, but so you can live, enjoy. And you might need support. Sometimes we need support there. I know I have. One last question. All right.
You gotta go with it.
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. My heart still is stuck on the first question. The very first question, what is essential? And I remember you teaching once this year about responsibility is bondage. And in that free class we just had, you gave us opportunity for self-inquiry, where we get to come up with what's essential. And somehow essential equated for me with the roles that I have assumed, feeling responsible, and the gift that this teaching has taught me about letting go of the conditioning to awaken to God and I are one.
Yes.
And when you say over and over and over and over again, I love myself, to give myself permission to love myself, forgive myself, love myself. So what is essential? That relationship? What is essential? The ones in front of us? What's essential? What am I really trying to do? Feel good, to be good, to arise? What is essential? Peace.
I'm trying to answer it for myself. What is essential?
And as you were speaking, Barbara, maybe we could just go back and forth a little bit in terms of asking the question, what is essential? Sometimes we just need to ask, what's essential now? What's essential in this moment? Not tomorrow. Right now. And maybe that's over and over again. What's essential now? What's essential now? What's essential now? This moment. So that I may live in joy. So that my thinking and my feeling and my thinking is vibrating in such a high level that I'm drawing something else in that will benefit me. And the second good reason, benefit somebody else. That's why we're here. 2 good reasons. So we can change our lives and others might benefit from it. Yeah. All right. Well, Sandy, you had a question? You want to tag on to that?
You have to stand up. It's requested.
I was thinking as you asked that question about it being essential, there are 2 things that have helped me in my life, in my journey. One, accepting responsibility for everything that happens in my life.
Yeah.
Everything, even if it's bad, because what happens in your life happens because of your consciousness, and you attract to you what your soul needs to evolve, whether that's good or bad. There's no judgment in that. And so the question that I ask myself whenever anything happens, or whenever I react to what's happening in my life, because it's all about you reacting and what you're feeling and all of that. What is the lesson for me to learn in this experience? What is coming to me and what am I bringing to me to evolve? And that helps me to move through it, because I then begin to think from a point of responsibility and not blaming and not judgment. I hope that helps.
Why does blame and judgment come up when we're talking about what's essential to us? I just don't understand how what you're saying connects to where you started.
The reason you need the mic is it's recording.
I even forgot what I said. I'm just wondering.
It was really good. Blame and judgment.
What blame and judgment have to do with asking yourself what's essential to you? I just don't understand how you got from one place to the other.
It's the blame. When I mention blame and judgment, it's about the experience. Okay, so sometimes what we do, or what I have done in the past, is to be in an experience and then not make it about me, but make it about that's happening because. And then it becomes something outside of me that I can go to that place of blame and judgment. That's what I meant. Is that clearer?
It makes perfect sense. I
Okay.
just don't understand the connection between the 2 topics. You started with talking about what's essential, piggyback off what she said, which started with me, and then you ended up in taking responsibility for yourself and your experiences and your interactions with other people.
Going inside, when you go inside, I'm just saying that external, not to dwell on the external, to go inside, and when you go inside, that's when you find out what's essential to you.
Oh, I see. So you're saying that dwelling, blaming, and judging, and going on the outside is a distraction from what's essential.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. Because of recording purposes, you understood your question and you got your answer. Could you tell us what your answer was to the question so we can make sure it's recorded, because your question was so essential?
Okay. So my initial question was, if we are letting go of everything that's not essential, then what is essential? And after, I think everybody sitting with it for a while we listened to people's questions and answers, what we gathered is that what's essential is what's within us, and everything outside is a distraction. Some examples of those distractions are victimization, so blaming, you hurt me, you didn't do this, you did too much of this, and dwelling on that to the point where you don't even have the space, the peace of mind, or the time to reflect on yourself and how yourself affects yourself.
Yes.
Give the sister some love.
All right. So thank you all for participating this morning in our message for the morning. I'd like to end going to prayer this morning in a different way. I'd like to invite maybe 3 or 4 practitioners up to join me in prayer as we come together to pray for the Center of Peace and our congregation. If you're feeling so moved, one of our practitioners, if you would come up and join me, very similar to what we do each morning. Yeah. So what we'll do is, because you'll have to be in front of the microphone, I'll squeeze your hand and you'll squeeze my hand, and that means as I am ending, you'll move to the microphone. Has everybody got what we're doing here?
Which microphone you just put on?
This one right here. We'll just be moving. We got 2 microphones. All right. So just wherever you are moved in this moment to know the truth about in this moment for us, the Center of Peace, for our congregation, the microphone is here for us to do so. So let us in this moment just be present. Be present in the presence. To be present in love. To be present in joy. To be so aware of it right here and right now that we know it to be our very life. Closer than even our breathing. This love and this life that is infinite in its expression, ever available to each and every one. All that it is, desiring to be expressed, to be acknowledged, to be welcomed in, to be affirmed. I know here and now that we just simply allow ourselves to become one with it, knowing that we can never be separate and apart from all that it is. I affirm and I know then for our congregation, truly, 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 that all of life is conspiring for our good, that all of life is conspiring for your good. I affirm and I know for this congregation, wholeness in the mind first, where each of us are so filled and full of this life energy that we're being changed on the inside and are expressing it on the outside. I affirm and I know for this congregation the revealing of truth in mighty and new, magnificent ways, where the old becomes new, rich, and fulfilling, where we're all turned on to life, all turned on to living, all tuned in to love, where we love ourselves so much that everything else becomes minimal. Saying I'm sorry is done in joy. Accepting someone else's I'm sorry is received in grace and wrapped in love. I am affirming and knowing for this congregation prosperity and abundance. I affirm and know that each one of us, that we receive generously and we give generously. Engaged in life in new and wonderful, magical and mystical ways. It's the only thing that's happening. So I know for each one of us that are thinking and are feeling, are feeling and are thinking and are feeling, are feeling and are thinking, I'm one with God, I'm one with life. My thinking and my feeling and my thinking, I am one with all the love that there is. My thinking and my feeling and my thinking, my feeling and my thinking, my thinking and my feeling. I am one with you and you are one with me. We can never be separate and apart. My thinking and my feeling and my thinking is transforming me now. Hallelujah. Yes. Let us rejoice in this, not as a probability, but as a real possibility. And here and now, I just simply pass this prayer on.
There's only one perfect day. That is now. That's today. There's only one perfect love. That's the love that you're feeling in this present moment. Allow that love to continue to be part of your life. Let that love be a part of how you walk through life and share who you are, the truth of who you are, by remembering that you are loved, and lovable. Express it, show up, because you're here on earth for a purpose. And that purpose is to give your love. Because each time you give love, you're giving what God has given to you. So share it. So I know as we go through this day, we will remember this day, but only take from this day what will allow you to step into today, to allow you to continue to be in this love that you're feeling right at the present moment, because this is the only day. Take a deep breath and go within and be in gratitude. Be thankful for what God has given you. Allow others to know, let them know, let the world know that you know who God is and that God lives within you and you are God here on earth, having the experience of pure joy, of pure laughter, pure happiness. That's what I feel today, and that's what I hold the high watch and the consciousness for each one of you, that today is a day of expression of love. You felt it in this moment because it's only one day, it's only one moment, and it's now. And I share these words as I pass it on.
And I take these words and build upon them. Father, Mother, God, I give thanks. I give thanks to be here where I can learn to become one of your messengers, one of your teachers. And we all know we are all ignorant and we are all wise. But the wise messenger, the wise teacher, does so in love, does so in kindness, with a curriculum that is understandable, comprehensible, acceptable, and loving to the student. As we look upon each and every one of our brothers and sisters and recognize ourselves, understand that I too once did not know, but now I know, and now I share. And as I give, I receive. I give thanks for this place of love and understanding and transformation, as even here today we witness a revelation, a growth in understanding and connection and appreciation. I give thanks for this palace of peace. I give thanks for this cathedral to transformation and knowledge. I give thanks for this place of love, learning, and connection. And I pass this prayer on.
And in those moments, when I don't remember, when I forget, when I look outside myself and think that what is outside of myself is the truth, I take that moment, practicing, to recognize that everything I think I see outside of me is my thought from within. My thoughts, my judgments, my beliefs, based on past learnings, past beliefs, past teachings, none of which are real today. Today, I have a choice. Today, I am given the choice to love, to see things differently. I have the choice to choose again. I have a choice to forgive myself for what isn't now. What was is gone. It's dead. It is past. And in that truth, there really is nothing to forgive.
I give thanks for this truth, for this is the truth that saves me. This is the truth that frees me. This is the truth, whether it be in tears or in laughter, whether it's on the phone with someone, whether it's by myself, if in the bathroom, however it comes, to remember that I am indeed what God is. I serve a purpose today. I serve a purpose, or I wouldn't be here. Unique in my expression, with no need to compare myself to anyone, to anything, as I discovered that even my thumbprints are different. They're supposed to be. Neither right, neither wrong, all good. It really is all the way it's supposed to be. Wish world has never been a real place, and when I freed myself of that thought, I gave myself permission to be in the truth and to accept truth as it is. I know this for myself, and I know this for everyone, for we are all one. Same source, same mind, same being, same love. And with that, then, I pass this prayer on.
As we breathe in the energy of all of these words, as we let that energy settle, I know what is essential for me. It is essential that I always remember that I am God in the flesh, and that I am connected by an invisible thread to everything, every person, every situation, and that God is all there is. When I look at a tree or a carpenter ant, the life that lives in me lives in each one of them. There's only one life. It is perfect. And we have chosen to be here to experience it on this material plane. God is all there is. There is only one power, and that power is fueled by love. And so all we have to do, each and every one of us in this congregation, is to be love, to live in love, to know love, and to understand that in this space, it's almost like an inferno or a gushing river or waterfall. There's so much power here. And I affirm that each one of you is willing to pick up the mantle of that power, to take it with you, to live in it, to breathe in it, to love in it, and to share it. And I pass this prayer.
So in this moment, then, we just come together giving thanks for the words that have been spoken, for the demonstrations that have already been made, for the love that we are experiencing now, for the possibility that we are holding in our heart, in our mind, in our soul, and in our spirit as we let go of the probability. Let us come together and rejoice, giving thanks in this moment, that just as the carpenter and we too are dropping what is no longer essential, so we may live fully and give generously, so that we may let go of worry and fall more in love. I'm grateful for this. And I'm so moved in this moment to just simply gathering all the words that have been spoken today, the songs, the reading, the eye glances, the love that is being expressed in here, taking it all with me, taking it all in, being so turned on by it in this moment, that surely the only thing that can happen is a demonstration so real, where the words are no longer needed, knowing that God is and that we are. In this moment, let us just let it. Let us release, let go, Accept it as being so. As we come together in agreement then by saying, and so it is. Practitioners. So I know we've gone a little long. I want to invite you now to join me as we come together to give to the Center of Peace. And Al, I want to ask if you can cue up God Is, I Am as the accompanying song to our, for this. It would be good. So if you will, now, take this moment with me to move into prayer as we go within. allowing our awareness to simply settle on that which is inexhaustible and ever giving of itself, to itself, through itself, everything. Let us move into this space in joy and in happiness as we come together to share with the center of peace. I know today that every cent that we receive, that it moves the center of peace forward and in becoming more and more like the carpenter ant, letting go with such ease and grace of our wings, that which hinders, that is getting in the way of that which is seeking to be birthed, getting in the way of the love that is seeking to be expressed, the joy that is seeking to be expressed, and life and light itself that's seeking to be expressed through each and every one of us, collectively creating peace throughout this world. And I know that just as we are blessed by all that we receive, that the giver too is blessed 1,000,000 times fold, for it can be no other way. So for every cent that we receive, I give thanks. I do give thanks. And so it is.
God is, I am right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am, God is. I am right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am.
And so it is. So it is. All right. We've done it again. Our practitioners, our choir, please come forward as we prepare ourselves to sing our closing song. Again, I apologize for going a little longer. I'm glad we got to answer questions that were posed. and sing and pray and do all of that. So if you would please stand and join us in the singing of our closing song, Our Release by Ricky Byers. You can find the lyrics to the song if you download the QR code. You'll find the lyrics there. There's also some paper copies of the song floating around. Let me remind you that if you would like to have prayer after service, our practitioners, those in purple stoles, they stand ready to pray for you, to know the truth for you, with you, and about you.
Wow. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you're discouraged, trying just to make it, struggle, make it through another day, you have got to let it go. Let all that ish go. And this is what you have to say. Come on, y'all.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go.
Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go.
Run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle,
No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light.
I am free.
I am free
in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit.
Spirit.
I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
And as we journey on throughout the week, to have the life you want, you have to be present to the life you have. Let us inquire this week. Ask life, what is there for me to fall in love with now? And so it is.
that my daughter is sitting over is Mama That's the way you feel, is it?
Yeah, I feel it. Oh, good for you. Good. You letting those wings go. Let it go. Let it
And
go.
I feel so much better. Even like yesterday, my stepdaughter called. Everybody looked at me and said, what's wrong?
I am light, I am love. Heaven is within me. My spirit is eternal. I am infinite. I am light, I am love. The galaxy around me is also within me. In my universe, the journey is within. To find your answers, go inside. Yeah. Oh, like what you've been told. It's there you can expand your mind, your mind, your mind. To all of the possibilities, even travel through the galaxies. Whoa, whoa. I am light, I am love. Heaven is within me. My spirit is eternal. I am infinite. I am light, I am love. The galaxy around me is also within me. In my universe, deep down in your soul, you can reach your highest high. You can soar as high as an eagle, even break through space and time. Yeah. All the possibilities where you can finally be free. I am light, I am love. Heaven is within me. My spirit is eternal. I am infinite. I am light, I am love. The galaxy around me is also within me. In my universe, I am light, I am love. Heaven is within me. My spirit is eternal. I am infinite. I am light, I am love. The galaxy around me is also within me. In my universe, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. You are incredible. I am, you are, we are incredible. There are no obstacles. No obstacles. I am, you are, we are. I am light, I am love. Heaven is within me. My spirit is eternal. I am infinite. I am light, I am love. The galaxy around me is also within me. In my universe, I am light, I am love. Heaven is within me. My spirit is eternal. I am infinite. I am light, I am love. The galaxy around me is also within